Top 10 Self-Defense Gadgets That Should Be Banned. Being human, it is essential for us to attend school or college and educate ourselves well enough to develop into better, more moral individuals. Education in self-defense is just as important as education in schools. When our lives are in jeopardy, it helps us defend ourselves and our loved ones. In order to defend ourselves, we need weapons or gadgets to defend ourselves or our loved ones. But these devices can occasionally be mishandled and turn harmful, which is why in today's video, we'll be covering over top 10 self-defense gadgets that should be banned. Number 10. Taser Glove. The Taser Glove is often marketed as a self-defense tool for women. While it's true that women are statistically more likely to experience physical violence, relying on a gadget like the Taser Glove for protection can be a dangerous decision. It can give a false sense of security and encourage people to engage in risky situations, rather than avoiding them altogether. One of the main problems with the Taser Glove is that it can easily be triggered accidentally. If you're wearing the glove and you make a fist or touch something conductive, the taser can activate and deliver a shock to yourself or someone else. This is especially dangerous in situations where the user is already in a high-stress, high-adrenaline state. The use of any kind of stun gun or taser as a self-defense tool is controversial, as it can lead to serious injury or death. The electrical shock can cause muscle spasms and can even disrupt the heart's normal rhythm. This is why stun guns and tasers are often restricted or banned in certain jurisdictions. Number 9. The Hidden Blade Ring. We have the Hidden Blade Ring. It is a self-defense gadget that may seem like it's straight out of a spy movie. It's a ring that has a hidden blade inside of it that can be revealed and used in case of an attack. While it may seem like a cool and convenient gadget, the reality is that it's extremely dangerous and should be banned. One of the main issues with the Hidden Blade Ring is that it requires a lot of skill to use effectively. If you don't know what you're doing, you could end up hurting yourself or someone else. Additionally, the blade is often made of low-quality materials, which means it can break easily and cause more harm than good. Another problem with the Hidden Blade Ring is that it's often marketed as a discreet and subtle self-defense tool. However, the reality is that it's not discreet at all. If you're wearing a ring with a blade in it, it's going to be obvious to anyone who sees it. This could lead to a lot of problems, especially if you're in a public place where weapons are not allowed. In some cases, the Hidden Blade Ring is even considered a deadly weapon, which means that if you're caught with one, you could be arrested and charged with a crime. This is especially true if you use it in self-defense and end up seriously injuring or killing someone. Overall, the Hidden Blade Ring is a dangerous gadget that should be banned. There are much safer and more effective self-defense tools out there, such as pepper spray, personal alarms, or even basic self-defense training. If you're concerned about your safety, it's important to choose a self-defense tool that you're comfortable with and that you know how to use properly. Number 8. The Pepper Spray Guns. Pepper spray guns are a type of self-defense tool that uses pressurized canisters to fire pepper spray at an attacker. While they are often marketed as a safe and effective way to protect yourself, they can be dangerous if not used properly. In some cases, the canisters can malfunction and cause serious injuries to the user or others nearby. Additionally, the spray can cause severe respiratory distress, especially in people with asthma or other respiratory conditions. Because of these risks, pepper spray guns should be banned. Number 7. Self-defense keychains. Self-defense keychains are small and convenient gadgets that are designed to help individuals protect themselves from harm. While they are marketed as discreet and easy-to-carry tools, it's important to consider their limitations before using them. Keychains can be helpful in some situations, but they are not a guaranteed way to protect yourself from harm. It's also important to check local laws and regulations, as some keychains may be considered weapons and carrying them around could result in legal trouble. Overall, self-defense keychains can be a useful tool in a pinch, but it's important to consider all of your options and choose the right tools for the situation. Number 6. Knuckle Blaster. The knuckle blaster combines brass knuckles and a stun gun, but it is simply too dangerous for everyday use. The stun gun's electrodes are in close proximity to the user's hand, increasing the risk of accidental shock and serious injury or even death. It's also illegal in some states and considered a deadly weapon. Instead, consider safer self-defense options, such as pepper spray or a personal alarm. The knuckle blaster is a risky gadget that should be banned, and there are better options out there for those who want to feel safe and protected. I'll repeat myself once again, do not take the risk. Choose a safer and more practical self-defense tool. The most mind-blowing tech is revealed at the end. Don't stop watching. Number 5. Spiked Bat. A spiked bat is a dangerous self-defense gadget that should be avoided. While it may seem like an effective weapon, the spikes can cause severe harm to an attacker, potentially leading to serious injury or even death. In addition, the sheer force of the bat can easily cause overkill in self-defense situations. Furthermore, the spiked bat is illegal in many countries, including the United States. Even if it's legal in your area, carrying it can still result in legal trouble, potentially leading to arrest and criminal charges. It's important to remember that self-defense should never be about causing harm or violence. Instead, it's about protecting oneself and getting out of dangerous situations safely. A personal alarm or whistle is a much safer and practical option that can alert others in the area and deter attackers. Pepper spray is another option that can incapacitate an attacker without causing permanent harm. In short, the spiked bat is a dangerous gadget that should be banned. Number 4. Knife comb. If you're in the market for a new hair comb, you might come across something called a knife comb. These are combs that are designed to look like knives and can even have a blade attached to them. While the idea of a knife comb might seem cool or edgy, it's important to understand the potential dangers of using one. A knife comb is not a toy. It's a potentially dangerous weapon that should only be used by individuals who have been trained in self-defense and are legally allowed to carry such a tool. Even if you are legally allowed to carry a knife, it's important to understand that a knife comb could be viewed as an illegal weapon in some areas, depending on its size and other features. It might seem like a good idea for self-defense, but it's not a very practical tool. In a self-defense situation, you need something that's easy to use and that you can deploy quickly. It's important to consider the potential consequences of carrying a weapon, both legally and socially. While a knife comb might seem like a cool or edgy gadget, it's not a practical or effective self-defense tool. It could also be illegal in some areas and could harm you. So it's better to be banned. And instead, if you're looking for a self-defense tool, there are many other options out there that are more practical, effective, and legally acceptable. Number 3. The Samurai Sword Umbrella. The Samurai Sword Umbrella is exactly what it sounds like, an umbrella that has a samurai sword handle. It's marketed as a self-defense tool, but it's actually quite dangerous. The blade is not strong enough to do any real damage, and it can also be easily taken away from the user, so it's important to be banned before anyone risks their life. Number 2. Wrist-mounted crossbows. Wrist-mounted crossbows are marketed as stealthy weapons for self-defense, but they're actually highly dangerous and inaccurate. These gadgets have a high risk of causing serious injury or even death. In addition to being poorly made and difficult to aim, they're also difficult to use effectively in high-pressure situations. Instead of relying on wrist-mounted crossbows, it's better to consider other, safer self-defense options. Wrist-mounted crossbows are not a practical self-defense gadget and should be banned. Number 1. Stun gun. Stun guns are one of the most common self-defense gadgets out there. They are marketed as non-lethal weapons that can incapacitate an attacker, giving you the chance to escape. The basic idea behind a stun gun is to use high-voltage electricity to disrupt the body's muscular and neural systems, causing the attacker to lose control of their muscles and fall to the ground. While stun guns may seem like a useful tool for self-defense, they are not without their drawbacks. For one, they can still cause serious injury or even death, especially if used on someone with a pre-existing medical condition. Additionally, they require close contact with the attacker, which puts you at risk of getting hurt in the process. Instead of taking risks, do not use it if you don't know how to. The use of it can become dangerous, so it is better if it was banned. banned. So that is all for today's video. If you like this video, tell us in the comments down below. And if you want to stay connected with us, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to be notified for our future videos. Till then, take care. We'll see you in our next video.